What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live composing show. This is Stephen Melin, music composer for Stories, and I'm so glad that you are here with us today. Today's a little bit different because it's a Friday. We're used to doing these on Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but this week, not gonna lie, has been pretty rough for our family as our 1-year-old boy has had a sinus infection this week, and so he's been home all week, and it's been crazy. Worked very little, but you got to put family first. And speaking of which, shabam, I was not even planning that segue, but that was a really good segue, not going to lie. Family First Composer, my number one best-selling book on Amazon, is actually now available in hardback. You see that? Shabam. I'm really excited about it. It does cost a little bit more, but on Amazon, if you're just a diehard person who likes physical books, I do like physical books, but when I get physical books, I like to get hardback books. There's something about it. It just feels better. And this is actually a brand new Amazon Kindle direct publishing beta program. So my book qualified to be a part of that. So there's very few books that get to do that, which basically means it's on-demand printing and shipping. Isn't that super cool? So basically they don't make these until you buy it and then they ship it to you. So really cool, excited to have that. So if that is something you've been looking at grabbing and you just want a physical copy, it's really nice. And I'm very proud of how that has come out. And it, to me, like I never want to look at the paperback one again, but it's going to live back here on the shelf. Just like that. So cool. I'm really proud of that. So that's just a nice little update for the day. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me say hey to a bunch of you guys. Got Marie, Raphael, Erland, Old Pup, Matt, Jew, Eric, Musical Series. What's up, guys? And about 10 other people who have not said hi yet. So if you're here, say hi. I love when you guys hop in the live chat. Today is going to be a little bit different, and different is okay. Different is okay. Something I'm currently working on right now, I'm always working on a lot of things, as you guys know. I have my hands in a lot of fields, and it's important to sometimes stop and smell the roses, so to speak, and meditate and think about what you're doing. So what that really means is I'm someone who does a lot of things. I start a lot of things, and I literally have 3 businesses, right? 3 music businesses. And so it's very easy to get wrapped up in all the busyness and just to do. But sometimes we don't, at least for me, sometimes I just have to stop myself for a few days, stop working. And this week was a perfect week to not work with baby sick. And it just gave me a lot of time to reflect and to journal and to pray and to just think about where I want to go in my businesses and what are the top priorities in each of these businesses, both on a spiritual and conviction level, but also on a product level. What are the things I need to be making right now? And that it just helps to do that every once in a while, maybe every quarter of the year or so. It's good to just take a few days and to stop working and to know what you're doing, just kind of reevaluate, right? And the good news is I didn't have to stop anything that I was already doing. It helped me refocus into some of these things. So one of the avenues that I do in my business, in my composing business, is I create music packs. So I have several videos here on YouTube if this is something that's interesting for you, just to kind of walk through my process and how I've made that a part of my income. But game music packs, when you sell them on the Unity Asset Store, when you put them on the Unreal Marketplace or itch.io or the Game Dev Marketplace, there's 4 main big marketplaces you can make these and put them on. They're basically assets that game developers can buy. And it's very much like the music licensing industry for filmmakers and for corporate videos. Those are the people that might go to Audio Jungle or Premium Beat or Pond 5. But game developers go to these other sites because, you know, if you're using Unity or you're using Unreal Marketplace, then you're going to use that app on your computer. And then natively, while inside that app, you're going to buy, just like maybe in the App Store on your iPhone, right? You would buy music assets to then they import directly into your game. So this is a very convenient way for indie game developers to have access to music that's high quality, that's low cost, and it's a win-win because me as a composer, I make money passively because I do the work once, I put this thing up there, and then over time, hundreds or thousands of game developers buy this stuff. So all of that to say, the mindset that I'm going into today, just so we're all on the same page, my mindset recently has been, cool, let's do some market research. Let's figure out what are the best selling packs on these sites. Let's figure out what types of music is sold best, most often, and just get some actual data to analyze this stuff with. Because I've done it for a few years now, and I've done little packs, I've done big packs, I've done all the different types of genres, and I've just experimented a lot, and I have a lot of data to draw from. And so this was a really good month, this past month, to hire a market researcher to go through and actually do it properly with real data and real charts and spreadsheets and to figure some stuff out. And through that, I was able to figure out exactly what my next step is. And so for me, what I'm doing currently is I'm reviving an old game music pack that I created several years ago called Game Music Treasury. But this time around, I'm bringing it back, and it's going to be over 400 music tracks in it. Whew. And it's going to dominate these marketplaces because I'm organizing it in a way that is very targeted towards the audience. It is built, handcrafted for game developers at a low cost, extremely high value, extremely high usage. I'm excited about that. And so part of this process, it's a grueling process because 400 tracks is insane, right? The way this has worked is I'm going back into all of my archives of all the music I've written that is not actively in a project somewhere. So these are the rejected tracks. These are the demo tracks. These are just the fun projects I've done. And I've gotten to a point now where I have just about 400 tracks. But the thought occurred to me, what would it look like if I were to step back in time, go all the way back to my origins as a composer? Let's go 15 years back. What could I find? And surprisingly, I started to dig up these old MIDI files, these old VLC files, these old Sibelius files, old Finale files, these just ancient, to me, ancient in technology terms, these ancient files that yesterday I spent a couple hours I took about 10 of these, and I was able to revive them with my modern expertise and 15, 20 years of doing this. And I was able to hear, like I would with a student, right? I was able to hear what these people, what I was intending, but I didn't have the skills to produce. And so I'm able to just go through these and blow through them. And so yesterday I assimilated 23 tracks. Isn't that crazy? Just going through and just opening up files and finishing tracks. So that is the whole concept here, is what would it look like if I were to go back to my old files and revive them with minimal effort, because they're basically composed, but how do I produce them and finish them? Because I don't know about you, but in my early days as a composer, I used to be such a starter, but never a finisher. I did not practice the art of finishing tracks until, seriously, probably 10 or 15 years into composing. So I have, right now, just staring at my folders, I probably have 50, maybe 100 unfinished tracks just sitting there waiting. waiting to be exported. So the goal today is to go through just one of these folders, because there's just no way, right? This could take months. I don't know how much energy this is going to take, but let's just go through some of these and let's have some fun looking at, first of all, is the music any good to start with? And then number two, what does it take with minimal effort to, using modern sample instruments, using modern effects, using just my expertise at this time, knowing how this stuff works, how do I turn it and make it a loopable, highly usable game music track? So that's the premise here. I know it took a little bit of time to explain, but hopefully we're all on the same page now. And I specifically wanted to start today without opening up a session, because perhaps there are many of you who want to do the same thing. You're thinking, man, I want to sell the music that I have, but I have all these unfinished tracks. So I know it's a common issue with composers and artists in general, because we have to practice. We have to get things out to learn and to grow, but practice finishing. And so that's just a conviction of mine, is to go back and to finish the things I once started and did not complete. So here we go. I'm going to show you the whole process here. I didn't want to preload anything, because even though this might take a few more minutes to do manually like this, I hope that at least one person watching today is benefited by this, and it gives you value, that you can see I'm not anything special, right? I'm not blowing smoke here. This is just me with these really old files, and I want to show you step by step how to fast track it into 2021. So boom shakalaka, welcome to the stream. Let's do it. And yes, quick question from Eric, who says, what part of finishing was difficult for you in the past? Honestly, I think for the longest time, it took about 10 or 15 years for me to learn what it meant to be finished with a piece of music, because by trade, I was a perfectionist. I always wanted it to be better. Keep revising it until it's better. But there comes a point where you just got to produce it. You got to finish it, because if you don't finish it, no one gets to hear it. No one gets to benefit from it. So now that I have all these years of experience finishing on a daily basis and just outputting lots of music, I'm not emotionally attached to this stuff. And I have not heard these tracks, by the way, in 15 years. And I'm really excited and terrified at the same time about what we're about to experience together. So I had to do this as a live stream. I knew that this would be fun for everybody. There's going to be ups and downs. So let's dive in. Let's have some fun. So the first one here today is literally called Desert Boss Battle. I have no idea what's about to happen. So the way that I like to do this, that I discovered yesterday, was a really quick way of bringing these up to date, is to open up a blank session of Cubase. You can choose whatever DAW you want. I'm using Cubase Pro 11. It's my weapon of choice these days. And you're going to go to the Open tab, and then find that MIDI. So let me actually copy that folder path real quick, because these are like super hidden within my archives here. I haven't opened or looked at in ages. So there we go. There's the stuff. And I am going to create a folder. I learned yesterday that even though these titles are really stupid, it's best to keep the same titles, drag the MIDI file into there, and then create the session inside that file. That way, when I rename everything, I can do it in bulk later. So Desert Boss Battle, blank session. Oops, I forgot to. 1 second. Let's see. Open. Oh, sorry. Cubase has different language. It's file import MIDI, not file open MIDI. So let's do that same structure there. There it is, Desert Boss Battle. What's gonna happen? I don't know. First thing you should always do making a new session is to save the session. Just call it the same thing. And then for our purposes, this is an extra step you would not have to do, but because we're live streaming, you have to be able to hear what I'm doing. I will have to do this every single time, sorry, but it only takes a second. I have to open up the Voxingo Recorder. If you're unfamiliar with this amazing plugin, go check out my video of how to stream from Mac or PC. I'm on a PC, so I have to hit the start button, have those settings pre-selected, and then boom, now you can hear everything that I'm doing. So right off the bat, it's just going to pull up MIDI information. And the reason I'm doing MIDI is because if you notice over here, in the bottom right of my session, it preloads the tempo and the time signature from this MIDI file. So that's critical. Otherwise, if I were to just import into a blank session, it wouldn't import that MIDI data. So that's why you got to do that. So first of all, everything's going to be preloaded because it's MIDI. It's going to be preloaded as piano. This is not how I wrote it. But thankfully, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, however long these could be 20 years old. I have no idea. I started writing music when I was 11. So 2001. So some of these tracks could be that old. Is that insane? I have no idea. These could really be 20. The oldest track possible, because I'm 31 now, could be 20 years old. That's insane to me. Wow. So here we go. And I'm curious. I'm not trying to prolong this. Something I noticed yesterday going through 23 of these, I noticed that, holy moly, was I influenced by Final Fantasy. I know that might be obvious now in my stylistic choices, but dang, it's crazy. It's crazy. Good old Umatsu-san. I'm very grateful. So I'm hoping that this just proves the point. So let's just listen with the piano first, and then we'll make some magic. Cool. And here's the best part. Who asked this earlier? Eric asked earlier in the live chat, what made finishing so difficult? Can I be honest? For the longest time, when I first started being a composer, here was the tension. I came from a classical background. In classical world, right, playing piano and violin and orchestras and all these things, in classical music, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. In film music, it's linear. It has a beginning, middle, and end. So I was always very conflicted because my greatest sources of inspiration as a kid were video game soundtracks. And video games are loops. They don't have a beginning, middle, and end. They're just the middle, and then they loop. They might have an intro, but it's a loop. So I think the reason I never finished my tracks or called them finished or exported them is because I felt this weird tension that what I was making was not complete. But that is so untrue, because what I'm about to show you is that this is perfect. This is exactly the reason why someone would buy the Game Music Treasury, because they want a loop for a battle, right? I'm calling this Desert Boss Battle, whatever. I'll give it a new title later, but this is a perfect 16-bar loop. Holy crap, this is great. And it composes itself because it's already done. Oh my gosh, so I'm excited. Let's do it. I can already hear it in my head. Isn't that crazy? Even though this is like a long time ago. So let's do it. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab... So these are like my quick cheats, so that we can knock out a bunch of these over the next couple hours. So I'm going to grab Ensemble Short String Spiccato. You'll probably see me grabbing these a lot from 8Dio Adagietto. Takes a second to load because contact and reasons. Sounds like a guitar would go there. And what's funny is I'm actually replaying Final Fantasy X-2 right now, the sequel to X, and it's this style. And that is not a coincidence, because that is exactly the time of my life when I was 11, 12, 13 that I was playing those games. And maybe I had played Final Fantasy 7 or 8 by this point in the 90s. Well, I guess that was early 2000s. That'd be so cool. Like, this sounds exactly like a Final Fantasy X or X-2 battle track, doesn't it? That kind of thing. So let's just grab one of these. The cool thing about MIDI is you can just drag it, right? First thing first, let's speed it up. But something I've learned in Cubase that you must do is over here in this top left corner, there's a little lock. There's a little clock. If you click that, it'll keep your MIDI from locking. It's a Cubase oddity, but I'm glad I finally figured it out. I don't know if it's new to Cubase 11, but I've never had this problem before until now. It's a cool feature, which means that if I change the tempo, my MIDI will not change, but that's by default. But if I click on the little quarter note, right, if it's highlighted, now when I change my tempo, watch the MIDI data, it's going to stretch. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Tristan says Final Fantasy X is not Nobuo. It's true. But it's heavily influenced by 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Here we go. So this is like half composing today and half, I don't know, nostalgia. So I'm like on a serious nostalgia kick right now. Because for the first time in my life, I have the resources and the imagination to actually realize the things I imagined as a kid, which is really weird. It's just weird, but fun. That's what I'm hearing. I don't want to get too heavy, but these are going to be cymbals, and we're just going to do a crash. Turn that the heck down. Here we go. Cool, we'll do 2 of those. You guys are about to see me lightning speed write some music. I'm not kidding, I knocked out 23 of these in a couple hours yesterday, so watch out. I'm gonna be slower today because I'm talking, but still. All right, to me, I hear copy paste. Let's change our grid. Okay, let's go over to the mixer. We're going to add a limiter. Always add a limiter. Set to -0.1. And then we're also, I know this is quick and dirty, but I'm going to do a very small amount of orchestral reverb. Hall 2, about 20%, 15%, whatever is needed. All right, this is some kind of like, here's what we need. We need to pull up an orchestral piano. My favorite one is from Palette, because it is recorded, it's a Steinway recorded in a hall. All right, there it is. Oh, interesting. Look at all these like harmonic movements I did. That would sound really cool. Let's just figure out what that is. Looks like it's let's read the notes. It says C, F sharp. Let me open up piano. Ooh, octatonic, baby. You know what's funny is I recently realized writing the Dark Dice soundtrack that octatonic scale, I never knew what it was, but I wrote in it since my origins. Proof right here. Like that's instinctual. Isn't that crazy? I didn't know a thing about music back then. That's not normal, people. I think I was like I was a closet game composer. It was like shameful back then, especially when I was 11, 12. This was not a career path. No. So let's modify, shall we? I want to use these cool chords. Oh, that's so cool. That's so much more interesting. So we'll do. I love it. So unnecessary. So cool. That's so much better than what I would write now. Like I'm very inspired by this because when I go back to my roots, there was no music theory clouding my gut. There was no experience or pride or anything. That I was just writing music for fun, and it's so cool to see what came out, you know? Okay, that would be really sick to match with some low brass stings. Good place to start. Let's do Cinebrass Pro. Let's do Monster Brass. And we'll just do this one here. This one's really good with the pedal held down. It's going to be stupid loud, so I should probably turn it down. I've learned by now. Love it. Question about trackball from Eric. Trackball took me about a week to learn. It was a miserable week, but I used to develop carpal tunnel issues in my right wrist because I had a little baby mouse that I used, I had a laptop, so I would just move my hand around all day clicking all these things, and it was miserable. But as soon as I learned about the Kensington trackball, which I had seen other composers use, and I never understood why these adults, because I was a kid at the time, I was like a college kid, why these adult composers who've been writing music for 20, 30 years, why did they use this over a traditional mouse? But then once I tried it, after about a week, I switched from right hand to left hand, and I've never looked back. It is the greatest time saver, the most efficient tool I've ever used, aside from, it's this combo, right? It's the mouse plus the computer keyboard plus the keyboard right here. I mean, you guys literally are watching me write crazy fast because of this combo. And you don't see underneath my desk, but I have an elevated foot platform, and then I have a sustain pedal for this. And then if I ever want to stand up, I can go over here and play the big keyboard or the synth back here. So it's a very ergonomic setup on purpose, because I knew when I built this studio, I say built, it's a room. But when I organized this studio, I wanted it to be very ergonomic so that I didn't have pain. I mean, who wants to be in pain writing music, right? Anyway, being sidetracked. See, this is why I can't do 23 tracks right now. Let's just do stabs. It's a little too intense. Let's turn it down. It's just a weird chord. While I'm writing these today, guys, I would love to hear any title suggestions you have in the live chat. That way, when I get to naming at the end, I would love some suggestions to pull from. This will be in the combat folder. It's definitely some kind of battle track. And let's not forget that I still have this track. I don't even know what it is. Let's listen to it. Ooh, okay. Like, what the heck? I was writing cluster chords back then. That's amazing. Check this out. Like, I wrote this as a kid. Oof. That's so cool. Wow. I've never been like super into jazz, but that's pretty dang jazzy. That's like 13th chords, man. Yeah. Hey, Adi, please ask your questions away. I always love to talk with you guys. Oh, that's nice. I just got to figure out where that would fit because that's probably horns. So let's put horns here. Mm-hmm. And really, it needs to be a cinnabrass horn section because they have a good combo of long and short at the same time. Probably one of these heavier ones like the Fortissimo. Yeah, that one. Because you can use the pedal to go back and forth. Cinnabrass is the jam. Let's see what happens if I just drag it in. Then we can get rid of all this MIDI data and then hide the tracks we started with. See, we're flying. Let's hear it first before we commit. So I have to use the pedal. I'm going to record some pedal in. Preferably not bust our eardrums. That'd be swell. That's why I put the limiter. That's the right patch for sure. You know what this reminds me of is Final Fantasy 12. That is straight up a 12 chord. That's before 12 existed, or maybe like right around the time. And hey, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the family, Deep and Joy. If you're in the live chat with us right now, say hey. I want to make these like some swells. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to double this with a trumpet. That way we can get the whole brass family in there. Let me find them. Trumpets. Yeah, that's it, I think. That'll do. Let me solo that patch. Cool. I feel like I'm going to have to do some little bit of mixing of the room, because the trumpets are sounding later than the horns. Cool. It's going to sound really cool. Hey, thanks for subbing, Fairy Dane. I mean, you guys can just keep subbing. That's cool. Yeah. Did not see that coming. That's crazy. How did I know that? That is so instinctual. There's like, I would not write that now. And that's what's so cool about this process. I wouldn't write that right now. I wouldn't think. Let's just play like 10 notes, whatever. Oreo, hello. Wonderful question. Oreo says, do you think that someone having no knowledge of music theory can be sort of helpful in terms of creativeness? Here you go. I knew nothing back then, and this is way cooler than what I would safely write now, given a pitch, right? I'd have to like really stretch myself to go back to this territory. But I love it. It's so great. Hey, what's up, Diego? Good point from Chance there. What this needs desperately is a synth element. It needs two things. It needs a synth bass to give some more grit, and it needs some kind of ARP. Something like that. That gives some life. Let's open up Massive, the original edition, a little bit grittier than Massive X. And I want to grab some kind of ARP. I might have to sneak into... Yeah, let me just go ahead and go with my gut. I'm going to go to Zebra. Zebra just has better ARPs. Because it's a model after synths. Because you can go in here. Let's go to the ARPs menu. I just need something holding on a C minor. Yeah. That's exactly it. But let's go over to the mixer. Let's draw. Let's pull off the high end. It's just too much. Now there's a cutoff built into the mod wheel already, but I want the max when I go all the way up with my mod wheel, which you can't really see. Hold up. My camera's a little whack-a-doodle today. Oh, man. Does that help? A little bit? Ugh, hold on. Maybe. That did nothing. Oh, well, you can kind of see the mod wheel. Anyway. Something like that, right? I just think that would be really cool to put in there. And I think for my sanity, I need to starting on bar 2. Like I learned that way later in life. If you start on bar 2, you get 4 bars free for your click. all aboard. That's funny. I don't want a train reference. I want some kind of battle reference. Okay, where's my jump up here? Cool, we're almost there. This needs a gritty synth bass for sure. And then some kind of perk element. So let's jump into bass territory here. Probably distorted bass would be pretty cool. I like that name a lot, Jonas. Underlying Forces, that's cool. This is the grid I was looking for, actually. This is entire pitch off. Let me fix it. Love that bass. My notes are way off. It's supposed to be C. F sharp, right? G sharp, F. Then everything is a half step up. There it is. Okay, so what I'm doing right here is I'm trying to get 3 different perk channels, low, mid, and high. So I think for the third one, I'm going to do tambo, some tambourine. It helps a lot with these battle type tracks to help fill in that high frequency. So for that, I'll grab East West has a good one. Under, what is it, wood, tambourine, there we go. Easy to use. Here we go. Okay, now for the final touch. Move on from this one. Slap a little bit of ozone on there, because this helps to just beef up on a large scale here. Let's grab, emphasize mid-range, or let's do stereo image. This way the bass is not so muddy. I did play Pokemon Coliseum. Chance, does it sound like it? Happy with that, and I love the title. Somebody said it earlier. I really liked it. Underlying Forces. That's a cool title. So let's do it. And here's the thing: I could sit here for another hour and try to play around with the mix and stuff, and I just don't care. Like, at the end of the day, it's done. This is better than not existing, right? So what a concept. So we're gonna pop it in right there. We're gonna call it Underlying Forces. And it's already cut to loop. Make sure everything's set up. Yep. Sounds good to me. Let's do real-time exports so we can all hear it and enjoy. You know what I should have done? I should have included 2 bars. Silence at the end. Whoops. One more try. There it is. Sweet. So now let's open up that folder. Keep the good one. Cool. There it is. I have to actually turn it into a loop later. But really all I have to do now is let's close that out. Throw it in there. There we go. There's one track done. Awesome. And I want to name that. My bad. Cubase crashed on me because I left Voxingo, the recorder plugin, running. My bad. But yep, Underlying Forces is the new name. There it is. Cool. Shall we move on to another one? Yeah, I used to use Fruity Loops. You guys pick one from the list. I'll pick one and then you pick one. Take a look at the list right now, because I think we're going to have time to knock out like 2 more today. I think for me, one, I don't know. I want to hear this Zelda's Lullaby imitation, whatever the heck that is. This could be anything. I'd love to hear what you guys want to hear. Yeah, Fruity Loops was my very first DAW. I'm a recovering FL Studio user. Any more votes before we go? No, we got 2 votes for Happy Day. I got 1 for World Map. All right, so we're going to import. Let's go into Zelda's Lullaby imitation. Hope it's not like really close, or else I can't use it. Let's just see what this is, man. I have no clue. Oh wow, this is like really short. Interesting. This could be anything. We'll see. Pretty. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. That's like Hollow Knight. Okay, major 7th chords. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, I wrote 9/8. Jeepers. That's cool. Okay, so the only way this is going to work is if I, yep, good. All my MIDI tracks are set to change, so that's cool. 9/8. Let's leave the tempo. Oh, sorry guys, you can't hear it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's going to be the number 1 thing I forget to do today, so thanks. Sorry for wasting a minute of your life there. You did not hear what I got to hear. But it is in 9/8, which is really cool. So let me start that back up for you. Is that like sounds like Hollow Knight. That chord right there, that's sick right there. And this one. The 9th chord. Ha! I beat what's his face? Oh, what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. The Hollow Knight composer. I beat him to it. Wow, this is a good one. I like this a lot. It's like haunting and happy and ooh. I might slow it down just to get more mileage out of it. I'm gonna try 50. Yeah, I like 50 better. I might even go a hair slower. Go the Chrono Trigger route and do some echo choir. Christopher Larkin. I knew it was Chris something. Thanks, dude. That's going to be really nice. Let's do these one at a time. Let me grab a solo oboe. That really needs to be here. I can't think of a better choice than 8Dio, the Woodwinds Clare woodwinds, that's what they're called. Actually, I think I'm going to do English horn. I think English horn might have a little bit more of a ethereal feel. Look at me like a chef. I'm doing my fingers. Let's do this one. Yes, Christopher Larkin. He's the man. Oh, I love Hollow Knight. It's so good. Waiting anxiously for Silk Song to finally come. This could also work really well as a bassoon. I think I'm going to try bassoon first. Just seems like an even odder, but a warmer choice. Let me pop that into here. Like a high register bassoon is the prettiest woodwind, I think. I have nothing against clarinet, flute, English horn, or oboe. They're all lovely in their own way. I think if you can ever sneak in a high bassoon, it's just unmatchable. Uh-oh, somewhere in there I screwed up the tempo. This is a 2 against 3. So let's see what this feels like. Ah, it's too high. Darn. Although, what if I lowered the octave? It loses the tone I want. Why do I not love that? Rar. Let me grab the English horn from a Dio to... Hey, what's up, Adam? He's not doing it for me. Maybe my young self was right. Man, I should not question myself so much. I said oboe, and I've yet to try oboe. Even though we all secretly know it's the right instrument. Let's do it. Maybe I don't know. Ew, it's ugly. Don't hate it, which means it's the right instrument. Harp. Let's grab some harp. Probably this one. Cool. So I'm gonna do some stereo delay there, and we need some kind of synth ARP, a bell-like ARP that's gonna just hover above all this. So we need let's go back to Zebra. Like that. What did Adam say? I go back to my old music sometimes and I question if I even did it. Yeah, this is like super weird for me. I have no memory of this at all. I want to try a different harp. I don't like that for this. We're going to do this one, an ARP ensemble. Harp ensemble, sorry. We're going to do harp harmonics. All right, let's do some panning. We'll do -20, +20. Get some choir in there. All right, we're gonna throw some, have these beautiful choir chords. Oh, I mean, that choir makes it. Oof, it is very haunting. Now we're really entering that Hollow Knight territory, which is nice. This is not Happy Day, Marie. We didn't pick that one. I'll do that one next. Doing some quantizing or automation. Hey, thanks for the sub. The official sub. Appreciate that. I like that choir. You know what we need? We need to double the choir. We'll take that same exact MIDI. But this time I want to use a heaviosity, like a gravity pad. One of the coolest plugins ever. Love this thing to death. I use it for all my pad stuff when I need something weird and unusual. Just have a ton of beautiful not even atonal, but very chordal. Like that. With both together. Put some B2 reverb, which is a synthetic reverb instead of a real one. It's a digital reverb that throws it through a ton of effects. So on the choir, so it gives it this like otherworldly feel. So I think we're going to get that far, and then we're going to duplicate it again. I know it's kind of in the middle of a bar, but that would be kind of cool. Here's what I want to do. I want to just duplicate everything over, out of the way. But I want this moment to kind of be its own special moment without the oboe. So let's just take all of these. We'll take some eighth notes and we'll chop it up right there. Let this hang for a minute. And then bar 5 will bring in the melody. Just to make this a longer track, might as well. We have the material. And then we'll bring it all the way down here for the loop. That way the reverb tail will catch nicely into the beginning. And now we have ourselves a track. Shabam. So this will just be a weird, it's not weird, but it's we'll make the signature for this particular moment 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8. There we go. And then back to 9, 8. Like that. Because I can, I'm going to change this. This does not need to be a major chord. Let's be back to a minor. Nice, we'll do double Ds. Ooh, that's really good. Title Erland. Love that. Derelict Shrine. That's really good. Cool. Cool. I think it all works now. Definitely has a shriny feel to it. But I feel like this deserves like an ensemble. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe it just needs a synth lead. Yeah, we'll do... I don't want to spend too much more time on this, but... So we need to double this. Let's solo that for a second. That's a fantastic title name. Ooh. Too much. Why is it doing that? Usually you can turn this stuff off. Some kind of LFO. Okay, good. It was a mod wheel thing. I just try to, Adam, I just try to grab whatever plugin makes the most sense for the occasion. I don't really use one over the other. Haven't even opened up Omni. That would have been a better choice anyway, Omnisphere. Let's triple it. Let me triple that. Well, we have some low stuff that doesn't want to let go. Let's do that. I like this one the best. It's a good bass. Not for the whole thing, but for that second half, it just needs some earthiness, if that can be a word. Right about here. Hope you'll feel it too. I like it. So what it really needs is it can be a pulse, but it needs delay. Stereo delay. Yum, bum, 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 bum. Like that, which are eighth notes. Probably 16ths. How do I convert this? Triplets? Kind of like the warbliness. There it is. A little bit of out of tune on purpose. Can give it a lo-fi vibe. That's nice. And it's a little bit panned left and right each. Now, it's a matter of getting this. Triplet, eighth notes. Here we go. Something like that. Let me try it one more time. I like these chords. Cool. Yeah. That's really cool. All right, that track's done, and we're calling it, what was it? Something Shrine. I have to go back up. Derelict Shrine. Yeah, that's cool. 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 You guys approve? Let's listen to it in real-time exports. All right, cool. So let me actually stop Voxingo. That one is good to go. Let's close down. Let's tackle another one. It's been fun so far. Simplicity is all you need sometimes. I tell you what. All right, Cubase. Cubase always hangs up when I'm streaming. Come on. Bye-bye. All right, so I'm going to rename that Derelict Shrine. That's a really cool one. Whoopsies. All right, then. There it goes. All right, the fan favorite today was to... Oh, stop yelling at me. Dumb. How about now? Okay, I'll rename that later when it stops yelling at me. The fan favorite to try was Happy Day. Let me make sure this is not what I think it is. Might scream at us. Hold up. Okay, we might have to just open it up and find out. Let's see what Happy Day is. Did you guys want a happy one? I don't usually write happy music. Let's see what happens, shall we? Yeah, Diego says I am taking these tracks and adding them to the Game Music Treasury to bump it well over 400 tracks for the peoples. The game devs. All right, let's see what happens when... Let's take Happy Day. And this could be anything. Absolutely anything. You know what? I think this was one that might already exist. I don't know. Unused music. Where is it? It's here. It's a thing. It's a real thing, guys. Hold on. Interesting. Yeah, this one already exists. Hooray! I'll play it for you. It might suck, but that one was actually in my archives. See? This is why I always use my search command if I think the track exists. Let's pop it out and see what see what it sounds like. I know you can't hear it yet. I can't hear it yet. Here. Maybe. Yeah. You guys can hear that. I know you can. Pretty sure you can hear that. Yeah. Well, cool. I'm glad we found that little gem. Because that's now going to live in the folder. So this here is just my ongoing folder of all the tracks I'm finding. Hey! Welcome to the family. Now, can we... Derelict Shrine? Yes. I don't use that word in my vocabulary. Derelict Shrine. But it's a good one. Okay, then now I get to pick. Unless there's another one here. Let me see if Warrior's Pride already exists. I think that one already exists. Hey, here it is. Let's hear it. Oh yeah, it's already in the Game Music Treasury. Cool. Here's what it sounds like. Oh, this was like FL2 or 5 or something. It was very old. Fun fact, this was my very first time using the Play engine, which means my first time ever using orchestral sounds in my life. So this had to be like 2001, which this is not terrible for 20 years ago. So that's pretty cool. Yay, I'm glad that we found that one. Because I'm not going to do this again. Cool. World map. Let's just do it. Erlen keeps asking, so let's see what that one's all about. Hooray! I like when we find one that already has a home. That's good. It's already been done. One less off my list, please. Yeah, this is 20 years ago, guys. Crazy. World map. World map. Maybe 2005. I don't want to stretch the truth. 2005 is probably more accurate. I was 15. I don't think I would have done that at 11 years old. Doubt it. I was writing music, just not with VSTs. Okay. I'm getting so lost here. Let's try. Uh-oh. Marie wants Savage One. I might have to do another track today. That does sound really cool. Savage One. Like, I remember that one. I don't know what it sounds like at all, but I just remember that being like my pride and joy for a moment of like, this is the best track I've ever written. Ages ago. But let's honor Erland. He asked first. I might have to do more of these streams because there's a lot of these. You guys are having fun. I'm having fun. This just takes forever. World map. Oh my gosh. Holy automation. Oh gosh. Hey, thanks, Joseph. Oh man. Let's see what the MIDI has to say. Oh, and you can't hear it yet. Thank you. Thank you. I remembered this time, guys. Voxingo recorder. There we go. Cool. Aw. Oh, this is pretty. Oh. Wow. Oh my heavens. That's beautiful. Oh, that's so pretty. Like, you know, it's nostalgic over here. I have no memory of this, but oh, you can't tell me you can hear that. You can't hear that? I'd be super bummed if you can't hear that. No. It says it's working. Dumb. Let me try again, guys. How about now? Fine. You guys like watching my emotions and everything. You didn't hear jack diddly. Ugh. Okay, let's rewind. I'll pull myself back together. It's nice. I don't think I've ever turned this into a track, but I'm about to. And let's slow it down. Let's see. I used to do everything in 4/4 time. I didn't know about time signatures, but now, so I wrote it as triplets in 4/4 time, but it's really supposed to be, and I can hear this because I've been a musician for ages now. It's supposed to be 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see what happens when I do 6/8. Which means double the tempo, I think. Maybe it has to stay the same. Oh, how does that work? The metric conversion. I think I have to... Yeah. This is the part where I have to turn off. This is why this is a helpful tool, because now I can turn off the lock, change the tempo. Yeah. Close. So here's a cool way of doing it. I can actually slide it like this. You see that? I'll turn this off. Look, you can watch my mouse here. I can actually slide the tempo up and down. And what I'm looking for is I want to make sure that the first note of the measure, which is this one down here, needs to land at the beginning of 2. So that's the goal. So that's why we would do this. See, now I can actually literally slide it until it fits. It's just a cool Cubase feature that is now on 11. See, now it locks perfectly. So now I have converted this from a 4/4 time of triplets into a 75 beats per minute, where the eighth note is in 6/8. This is totally unnecessary because if you write music correctly the first time, you're fine. But for my idiot self trying to fix something from 15, 20 years ago, this is a really cool tool. But now I want to make sure, see, you can't really hear the click, but it goes da, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a very helpful tool, but now I need to lock them back like this. You see that? It's a very important button to hit. Again, I've never had to deal with that before in other DAWs, but I kind of like it because it just saved my butt. Yeah, so Kyle just said it well in the chat. The numerator, so the denominator of the fraction in a time signature indicates what the pulse is. So if your pulse is eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to have 2 divisions of 3. That's how you get 6. 2 divisions of 3. 6/4, on the other hand, is 6 divisions of 1. Does that make sense? So you use 6/4 when you want 6 individual ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no pulse. But if you want a pulse on beat 4, then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's just all about that. So there's this whole concept called metric conversion. It's a music theory thing that I knew nothing about at the time, but it's a simple math equation that you can multiply anything by 1.5 to convert from quarters into eighths. So the quarter, I don't need to go into all this. You guys don't care, but if you care, ask me later. I'll teach you. It just basically means that if you're going to go from quarters to eighths, something that is double in value or half the value, you can multiply by 2 or divide by 2, right? But if we're going from triple to duple or duple to triple, then you want to multiply by 1.5 or divide by 1.5. So that's how we shift. That's how I was able to do that so quickly. And now it fits perfectly within here. And I've learned to do that over time because I've worked with so many students through coaching who did exactly what I used to do. They would just write everything in 4/4 time. And what's interesting about 4/4 time is you can literally write anything in 4/4 time, but you're going to have to use dotted rhythms or you're going to have to use triplets to make it happen, to make a 3 fit into 4 or to use 5s to go into 4. So it's this whole metric conversion thing of what's the actual tempo, what's the actual metric, because now I can visually see all of the bars and it just makes so much more sense. I also used to teach piano and composition extensively. That was my full job, my full-time job for several years, and I loved it, but I'm glad to not do that again. That's why I made courses, so I don't have to teach it again. Anyway, this is pretty. So now, because I've done all this work, now I can go down here to the bottom and I can slow down. Now that everything's locked, I can slow down the tempo as much as I want. And it does. You see that now? See how the MIDI region does not change because I've locked it. So what that means is I can actually slow down the tempo to what I really want it to be. I couldn't have done that before. Man, this is giving me some Final Fantasy VII vibes. So let's lean in. Let's lean heavy. Let's give our nod to Uematsu-san. And let's make some magic, shall we? I'll even call it intimate piano. You guys know I'm a piano junkie, right? It's not right yet. Hold up. Let's really darken it up. We're going to throw some B2 on there, which is Gareth Coker's weapon of choice, which I've learned from him. This is his favorite plugin. So if you like Gareth Coker's music, things such as Ori and the Blind Forest and that sound, or Minecraft, whatever. It's all baked in this right here, B2. It's a digital reverb, very different from an analog reverb. Man, that is so Tifa's theme. Crazy, man. Crazy how influenced I was back then. I want to keep the integrity of the original, but improve where I can. To me, it sounds like a village theme. Almost like Besaid from FFX. So I naturally lean more into minor ninths anyway. There's a gem here. I just want to find it. Don't let the MIDI disguise you, because that's not what I heard. Just because I wrote it like that didn't. Gotta get this out. So that's Tifa, and then Beauty and the Beast. I freaking love Alan Menken too, so it kind of all blends together. So I'm okay with diminished chords. Kingdom Hearts 2. Okay, enough composing. I'm not supposed to be composing. I'm supposed to be arranging. Fishing. I mean, this might as well be a fishing tune. Yeah, I think it's a fishing for sure. So let's start recording. I want to record this one in. It needs a little bit of love here. Let me get the first note. Totally retro game vibes. Let's keep it simple. Simple usually works. Cool. Let's just roll with that. All right, let's kind of roll in that harp vibe again. Something of that nature. Glad this is interesting for you guys. It's been fun for me. Just getting to experiment, you know. Ooh, Mario 64 Diodox. There's so much juice on that. Aha, there it is. Ugh. Gong Show. All right, let's actually get that little line in here. It's good. Yeah. Turn on the dumb thing. Kind of has that Final Fantasy vibe, doesn't it? I like it. Oh, that totally needs a brong. Bum 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 bum. D major. I missed the notes, but that is the concept. And then that'll be the loop right there. This needs a cello. Well, yeah, that's fine. Look at that. I already know what the notes are. Come on, Tina. Calm down. Jeez, lady. Cool. So this definitely needs to be a double whammy here. Just play it twice. Oops. I think it starts off with cello as the harmony, and then it becomes the main event. Here we go. Heck of the melody. That one. Oof. Lots of potential here. I love this. Very pretty melody. That's such a good idea, Diego. I think I'm going to make it Galaxy-esque in a sec. Come on, who's messing with my MIDI data? Come on. Just you wait. I have things coming. Oh, we're totally going to do this. Let's go ham. Let's go all the way. I have ways of making such things happen. It starts with a little thing called Joshua Bell. Have fun, old pup. Come back. Holy moly. Wow. Thank you, Suki. Just donated 100 Australian bucks. Holy moly. Wow. Thank you. They say, listening to your tracks inspires me to finish my projects as well as give them more value. That's invaluable. So thank you, GameSage. Wow, dude. Please allow me to play you any game track of your choice. I'd love to play it for you. I just tip my hat off. Appreciate you. Oh, look at that. I think that's the appropriate response right there. Oh, I love that little video too. Woo, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's the right melody and stuff. Violin's not cutting it for me. So instead, let's get synthy up in here and let's add some flair that might get it a little bit closer to the what is it called? There's a certain plugin I want to grab. It's called Insidious. I have to find it. To make it more in that style we're going for. Super Mario Galaxy. Where is that thing? Where would you put such a thing? It's like chiptune-y, I guess. I have so many things in here. It gets a little wonky. No. I don't even know where to look. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh, because it's not called Insidious. Is it? Is it? It's Impact Soundworks. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm still just in shock of what just happened. Oh, man. Manage libraries. See, this is what happens when you have 1,000 libraries. Fine, we'll find a substitute. I want massive, I guess. It's like when in doubt, there's a certain sound in your head, go to massive. It's a sine wave, but it needs to be, let's see, synth lead. Like a whistle tone. Holy noise. You're very kind, Suki. Thank you. Yes, that's it. It still isn't wrong. You get the idea. Space cow. Yeah. I'm going to go into Omnisphere land here. They have more wackadoodle stuff. More in that vibe. So it's going to be like a synth short. Nah, synth lead. Something like that. They have good descriptive words that help a lot. That's 100% it right there. Okay, it's close. Now we just got to EQ the nasty high end off of that thing, but it's definitely the right sound, the right vibe, right dreamlike, everything. Be thinking of some titles for this. I don't know if fishing is appropriate anymore. I'm really going for that Mario Galaxy style, like the observatory. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I like that Starry Night. Yeah. This could be from Paper Mario. That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's still in that Mario universe. That this feels more like Mario, Paper Mario to me. Oh, that's so good. Old Mellotron strings. Oh, this is so nice. So I'm going to do Mellotron flute the first half, and I'll do Mellotron strings for the second half. You don't need both because they're kind of in the same timbre. How cool is that, though? Cool. Oops, moving around some. I love Mellotrons. Oh, they're so good. Insta 70s. It is, Oreo. Jacob, I'm back. Is this the Happy Day track? No, it already existed. You'll have to go back and listen to it. It's a track I've already done. Very groovy. Or so the kids say. Is that you're talking about the strings versus the synth? The cello. I think that's what Adam's talking about. Man, there's so much reverb on this track. What a catchy little tune. Na, da, da. Cool. I think this one's ready. Okay, I need a title, guys. Give me some titles right now. By export. Let's listen to the final. That doesn't need any mixing at all other than what I just did. I'm going to pop a limiter on it just in case. That's just kind of a good fallback. Let's pump this thing out. It doesn't really need any ozone or anything. There's nothing complex going on. Yep, so there we go. It was called World Map, yes. What a dumb trout. Okay, let me hear what you guys got to say. I'll pump it out. Like that reverb tail. It's nice. Ooh, you guys give me some really good titles to choose from. First off, let me turn off the recorder. Da, da, da. Cosmic Reflection. I like that one. That's my favorite right there. Good job, Adam. That's the coolest one. Cosmic Reflection. That, to me, that just like, it's very starry, but kind of Starry Night is a little cliche. Good job. That was creative. Cosmic Reflection. All right, folks, I have enough energy to do one more of these bad boys. So take a look at the list. I'm actually going to pop it over to the coffee break screen. I'm going to take a quick little stretch break here. I'll be back in just a couple minutes and we'll pick one final one, but I'd love to hear your votes on the remaining. This is what I'm looking at. Gentle Showers, On the Streets, Pirate Ship, Savage One, Star Wars, Synth Bassline, Temple Boss Battle, Tron Sounding, and Women's Ensemble. Tell me which one you want. I'll be back in a couple. See ya. Alrighty, folks. Welcome back to the show, live composing show. Today we're working on some old tracks, trying to bring them back to life and hopefully use them in the Game Music Treasury, which is a ginormous, monumental 400 plus track assembly of my best work from the last lifetime. That is, usable in video games. So this is a fun process. Okay, I have really good news for you guys. Maybe it's not fun news, but I found Savage One. It exists. It already exists. I just had to look for it. This is why I love the search function on my PC finds things really quickly. It was hidden away in some deep folder. So I'm going to play it for you guys. This is Savage One. I have no memory of this. Here we go. Cool. That string scrubbing is really cool. Cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, that's perfect. I love that. Let's see if I want to see if any of these actually exist already. They might. Okay, I have one called Phantom Pirate Ship. It's already in the pack. This is cool. There it is again. Yes. Fourths. That is so inspired by Zelda. That's nuts. That is so Koji Kondo, because that's his staple sound, is fourths, his parallel fourths while holding a drone in the bass and just stacking them higher and higher to be bitonal. Oh, that's so neat. Cool. But I don't know if that's the same one. Shall we find out? I'm not even sure if this will load. Yeah, VLC, maybe. Please don't break our ears. Yeah, MIDI doesn't play too great on my machine. But you know what I can do as a shortcut is MIDI just opens up in Sibelius. Just a quick way of there it is. Yay, my mic pressed. That was so stupid. Oh my gosh. This is, man. That's old school software for you. Sibelius 6, baby, from like 2008 or whatever. It steals all your audio. It just sucks it all away. Okay. So I found what I learned is that Pirate Ship is actually different. I'm going to do that one. I want to do that one. And this will be our last track for today. it is different than the one we just played. Boom, bum, boom, bum, boom, bum, boom, bum. I like the name of the other one, though. Phantom Pirate Ship. That's perfect. Which Zelda game is that? Is that Wind Waker with the Phantom Pirate Ship? I'm sure that was inspired at that time. 2004 or whatever the heck Wind Waker came out, GameCube. I'm sure that was an intentional reference. Oh no, the sound quality is weird. Weird. Ew. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Okay, let me close some stuff. How about now? Check it. Testing. That sounds better to me. Oh, that's so weird. That's what I get for opening Sibelius. How about now? Oh, I hope that this works. It's because I just tried to open up too many pieces of software. I'm gonna keep rolling for a sec. Oh, you guys heard a notification thing? All right, friends. Pirate ship. Let's put you guys on. As you can see, there's just a lot of little nitty-gritty stuff here. Okay, now we can finally listen. Nope, you don't get to hear that. How about now? Huh. Okay, guys. Oh well. I think that is our sign that we need to be done. That the audio has completely blown up on us. But hey, we got 3 tracks done in 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Yeah, I would literally have to stop the stream and then restart everything because that was stupid. And it's just not worth it for like 20 minutes left. So it's fine. I'm going to head out. But I appreciate you guys. We'll end it there, but now I know what the next track is to do. I hate leaving, but I need to. So appreciate you guys. Yeah, so there you go. There's a little blast from the past, bringing some old tracks to life. Huge shout out again to Suki for Suki, right? Yeah, Suki. Thanks for the love and just the vote of confidence, the encouragement that what I do matters, and I really appreciate that. So, bittersweet to head out, but you can see my energy is it's waning from doing 3 tracks in a row. So we'll keep working on this. Maybe we'll do another stream like this where we can pop into some of these other older tracks. I'm gonna reset my system so things stop blowing up. But thanks guys for being a part. And I like the titles we chose for these too. So be on the lookout for Game Music Treasury coming out pretty soon once I knock out all these revival tracks. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But thanks guys. Take care. Next week we're back at the normal time, Thursday at 12 p.m.